Hey everybody, Matt with HomeownerPal.com. I've been away for about a week or so. So anyways, I was out with my daughter. We were shopping, doing a service call today. And when we got home, she said she stepped in water. And I came in here and was hoping that it was just a cat that had peed somewhere. But unfortunately, no. I noticed water dripping from my water heater here. So it was all over the floor, and I was like, crap, my water heater's kicked the bucket. But then I noticed that it was dripping from here, and it was rolling down, and then the water was just rolling around the seam, and it was spilling all over the floor. So then I was like, oh wow, so this flex line's damaged. But then I looked up here, and then noticed this little white crust here. Somebody, I guess the wonderful people, and I say that with all the sarcasm in the world, the wonderful people that sold me this home, I guess had noticed that this was leaking at one point and put some type of putty up here to try and stop it, is my guess. Anyways, there was this mist shooting up here that you could not really see very well unless you shined a light on it. And it was, you know, all condensation up here, and it was leaking, and then it was leaking down here. So what I've done is I went ahead and turned the breaker off to the water heater. I went ahead and shut my water off, and then I ran my drains for my hot water and drained it all the way out, so there's no more pressure on here, so it's no longer leaking. So now what I'm going to do is I went and got this replacement piece from Ace, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disconnect this and reconnect this new one, and we're going to do it together. I brought Teflon tape. This specific pipe right here has these little seal bushings inside here. This is what is going to seal it. The Teflon tape, usually you would wrap it around your threads and then thread it on, and it like acts as a seal. But because these little bushings are here, I'm not even going to use this, and I'll just save it for a rainy day. All right, let's get started. All right, assuming all goes well, all we should need for this job is 2 sets of channel locks. I got a big guy and a little guy. I guess this isn't really that big of a guy, but whatever. I'm not a plumberist, so it'll do for what I need to do. We're going to hold this end still. This is what's called a shark bite connector, from what I understand, and it just kind of clips on and hangs on to the copper here, and then this piece should thread onto it, and then this piece threads onto the water heater section. Now again, I cut the breaker off, I cut the water off, I drained the pressure, so there shouldn't be any pressure on this. Of course, water is going to leak out. I got my little pink towel here to catch the majority of the water that comes out once this happens. But it's really important that you shut your breaker off and you turn your water line off and drain the pressure out of this before you take this apart. Okay? All right, we're going to use our little guy to hold it steady, and then we're going to use our bigger guys to start untwisting it. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Alright. Oh, here's some water. Okay. Should be able to get it by hand now. Alright, so I'm going to hold this down here. I don't really know that it does anything, but I just don't want to damage the water heater, so I'm just going to take it nice and slow. Get it untwisted enough to be able to get it with my hand. Alright, I think we're pretty much there. Alright, so this has this weird little shark bite adapter piece on it. I couldn't screw onto this. This one that I got doesn't thread onto this. It's not exactly 3/4, it's a little bit bigger. So what we're going to do is we're just going to remove this entire little shark bite piece here, and then we're going to put on this new one. I went to Home Depot and bought this. This is a new shark bite adapter. You basically just push it on, and then we will thread this on here, and we should be good to go. Now, to remove this adapter, allegedly all we have to do is stick this little guy on here on the pipe. You clip it on, and then if you look, there's like a bushing right here. Whenever we pull back on this, it's going to put pressure on that, and it's going to relieve the tension on the teeth that are in here holding it to this pipe. So we should theoretically be able to just pull it straight off. So it actually worked better when I put it on backwards, and then I just got it real tight on there and pulled it right off. Now we're gonna wipe this down, clean it up, and we're gonna install our new one. All right, when we push this in, inside here, you see, I don't know if you can see these little glasses that I've got, but there's a bunch of little stainless steel teeth in here that are gonna grab onto this. We gotta push this pipe all the way back into this. So you gotta make sure it's nice and firm on there. Make sure the plastic's out of our way. All right. That's good. We've got our bushing inside here, so we don't have to worry about our Teflon tape or whatever it's called, like I said. Okay. It's hand tightened. Now we're gonna just a little bit more. Couldn't hurt. Okay. So there's no kinks, we're not stretching it, we're not bending it anyway, it shouldn't be bent, this should be fine. We're gonna go turn our breaker on, then we're gonna turn our water on, and we're gonna see if we got any leaks. All right, turn our breaker on. She's got power. Yes, Francesca. Okay. And then turn our water on. All right, well, water's been running for about 5-10 minutes now. No leaks. It's nice and warm. So we did a good job. I mean, if I would have had to call a plumber out here to do this for me, there's no telling what they would have charged me. It's a Saturday night. I need hot water. You know, kids need to take a bath. I need to take a bath. Well, I take showers regardless. So please go to homeownerpal.com. Check out all the cool stuff we built. Our My Home features out of this world. It's so helpful, and there's all kinds of awesome things that you guys can do on there. So homeownerpal.com. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact us on the hotline, 423-467-5463 or 423-HOPLINE. Thank you guys so much.